Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Let's get back to the place. Oh, it doesn't work anymore? Oh, I'm here. I didn't have to go through. Place the compass and really focus on meat again. It'll swing smoothly this time to the southern arch. I'm coming, meat. Where am I? The entire row of boxes reserved to one Bug Fairmont. None of these boxes are locked. Guess they blew the budget on the door. Again, 401 meat. Wealth beyond measure, assuming a measurement and system that ends at 400. Oh. Fabulous Gustav's egg. You thought all of these had hatched by now. What? Oh, weird. One box here in the name of Cecil Relay Tires. Dead Sea Scroll. Normally something like this would be priceless, but I bet you'd find a way to sell it. It just says sports all over and over. Most of the boxes here appear to be empty, but there's a very tempting one labeled simply Calico Ham. One man's trash. Supposedly one man's treasure, but it sure looks like trash to you. Huh, that looks like it might be important. Michele Vanderyacht. A desiccated moth decays quietly in the drawer. Oh. Spiral Gershwin. An old onion sandwich. You don't know how precisely this thing... You don't know precisely how long this was locked away in a safety deposit box, but there's really no good answer. Powdered wig. It looks exactly like human hair, but you just can't get rid of the goat smell. Ooh. Roll of duct tape. Add physical... Oh, I could have bought that before. Chelsea Holston Gottrop. Just salt in here. Careful around this tool. It must be very valuable. The impenetrable vault door is secured by a simple latch. Lift the latch. Door is unlocked, and you can come and go as you please. I do please. Okay. Well, now. Finally got in there. Oh, okay, so whenever you teleport with Mudhenge, you have to go find Barker again. Now, there was a date. Was it 1845? Oh, it's not important enough? Oh, wait, here. There's something about that wrecked riverboat in the swamp. Today, a new charter riverboat, the Longfellow, was announced. Those possessed of sufficient endowment to charter the vessel are guaranteed the time of their lives, according to the boat's owner, Mr. Henry Longfellow, who is the younger and longer brother of poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. At the riverboat's champagne christening on the Crystal Dream River, one reporter was heard to joke, "Is there a longest fellow?" To which Longfellow replied somberly, "No, that is a myth. I guess that's all for today." Can I put that ship wheel in my room? I thought I'd have to navigate through Mudhenge all over again. You install the Longfellow's wheel at what you decide is the bow of your room. The bow. Whoa, what? Oh, okay. I'm actually affecting the world. Back to the Big Moist. What a name. Let's go to the sunken boxcar. A flash of lights cuts through the trees. The glare passes, and then you see it, poking its head out above the canopy. A telescope. Why, you fancied a telescope ever since you were a young boy. You'd press your nose to the window of the telescope shop for hours until the proprietor would run out and threaten to tan your glutes with a tripod. I still want a telescope. You've waited long enough. Go and get your telescope. Telescope in a treehouse. Okay. That's a weird one. Sunken boxcar. Anything of note besides... Nope, I guess it's the boxcar. This looks very dangerous. Everything has predictably fallen off of this table. These poetry books are full of slant rhymes. This would fail a railroad safety inspection for at least 2 reasons. It's a diagonal hobo, though I suppose from your perspective he looks normal. Oh hi, sorry, everything's italic now. I didn't know anyone was living here. I suppose I should stop being surprised by that. That's quite alright. I'm Pepperidge Dolphin. Welcome to my humble abode. Thanks. I'm Boss Zombie. Nice boxcar you've got here, apart from it being a little steep. Steep? Oh, yes, you know, I've grown so accustomed to the tilt I hardly notice anymore. Apart from when I try to play marbles. Your game must be really going downhill. Yes, quite. Your accent is different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family's from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned to dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain. So I decided this would be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. The horizon is typically a bit more level. Why are you living in a boxcar in a swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. This is as far as I've been able to get before the homesickness becomes overwhelming. Oh, how bittersweet. Indeed, I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had a proper souvenir, specifically my father's collection of antique padlocks. You can't get them yourself because of the memories? It's more lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Oh. There are 11 locks altogether, except that won't actually be altogether, will they? I'm afraid not, no. Here, I'll mark the location of the house on your... Is that a sponge? There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh good, here it comes. I just wanted to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That's correct, not a one. My family never suffered any violent or traumatic deaths. Is something you felt you had to warn me about? Not really a warning as such, I just thought you might like to know. Oh, well, okay, thanks. I'll be right back with your 11 padlocks. This might be a busy map if it's all spaced out so close. Barker starts sniffing the air excitedly and trots out ahead of you, then turns to see if you're following. You find something, boy? Arf arf. You follow him for a bit. Soon you notice the peeping and parping of frogs. Parping? Although present pretty much everywhere in the swamp, it is particularly loud here. Soon you push through a thicket and discover a huge number of frogs hanging out around a small stone monument of some sort. I will investigate that later. Another one of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe this one, the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way? The campsite is similar to the previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks, a lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You also find a 15th, 16th combination wrench labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. Is it just like a progressive thing that you find campsites and you keep finding wrenches? This tree has a hole in it. Conveniently, the hole is slightly larger than your hand. Honestly, for what is ostensibly a horror game... This is a horror game? We've had way too few opportunities for you to stick your hand into a suspicious dark hole. Reach in. You slowly reach inside the dark hole. It's damp and ominous, and then... Hey! You find a key. Sorry, that scream wasn't really justified. Okay, I found a key. Looks like this car was left to rot. Unfortunately, it hasn't rotted enough for you to get past the locked door. You need to open. You unlock the door, destroying the hanger in the process. You search the car. It's empty except for the glove box, which turns out to actually be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car. If you have a sense of humor like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. Okay, I found 2 keys. Well, I'm gonna open this one first, I guess. You pop off the lock. You pop the lock off, and the door unlatches with an ominous creak. Enter the garage. A workbench covered with tools, all rusted, past the point of usefulness, even as bludgeons. Old Dauphin never got sick of tires. Some say the most powerful tool is a padlock. It's really more the opposite of a tool, though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. These cinder blocks are totally waterlogged. Wait a second. Glowing ooze. So I need another lock for there, or key for there. This looks a lot like Gun Manor, huh? Oh, there's a radio here I have to remember. The couch faces the wall. It must have been the Dolphin family's punishment couch. Calpurnia Dolphin died of natural causes. Mopey Dolphin died of natural causes. Hortense Dolphin died of natural causes. Beasley Dolphin died of natural causes. Goldilocks Dolphin died of natural causes. Fenceworth Dolphin died of natural causes. Okay. Toilet. Dolphins use one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Oh, it doesn't work. Maybe there's something wrong in the tank? Hey, I found... There's a problem. There's a key stuck onto the float valve hinge flange. And we are going to fish in the toilet. Is there going to be an alligator gag somewhere in this place because we're in a swamp? A fish zester. Ooh, that is a strong one. Okay, give me that. I don't have a little magic lens. This medicine cabinet is securely locked. Maybe it's full of deadly poisons. This bathtub is full of steaming blood. Oh no, wait. The red is just light coming from through a stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. Doesn't really explain why the water is still hot, though. Shadow grease? Shadow elixir. Why am I getting so many shadow things? Shadow bomb. So there's a lock in the bathroom. Oh, cool. Second floor hallway. Oh, hold on. I'm going to finish exploring the first floor. The basement of this swamp house is predictably completely flooded. You'll need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. Wait. I don't suppose... Either the diving helmet... Oh, okay. Neat. Oh, it's real slow. This box contains the exact right amount of air to make it float like this. Nature really is glorious. A sunken chest. What terrible secrets might it contain? Oh, it's a chest full of riches. Possibly cursed riches. Note that a possible curse isn't going to stop you from taking them. Typo. They sell for a pretty penny. These sadly ruined books all have titles like Solved Mysteries and Exciting Tales of Nonviolent Crime. These dry goods have been forced by circumstance to no longer refer to themselves that way. A rusty can of Vicious? This creamy leek and potato soup is meant to be served cold because Vichy chefs are traditionally very lazy. I've never heard of that soup. What is this? It no longer matters whether this machine is hooked up to the water supply or not. A clammy scarf. It's the second wettest scarf you've ever seen. Hot armor. Okay. Anything in the barrels? Whatever these barrels used to be full of, they're now full of water. It's hard to tell how rusty these barrels were before the basement flooded, but it's also not important that you know that. Okay, so I guess the reward here was to get the silver, because you'd have to have gotten the diving mask. This list is getting long. Fancy serving cart. It's one of those serving carts they use in posh hotels, and in posh manor houses apparently, with a big silver platter covered with a dome-shaped lid. Just the right size to hide a severed head, or roast of some kind. Look under the dome. You cautiously reach out and grip the handle and take a deep breath. Slowly you lift the lid, tilting your head back to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. Oh well. Enough fine china to feed an army, if only you could get past the padlock, and if you were in command of the world's hoity-toityest military. Get the lock there. Clean and well-lighted corner. Humidity has turned most of these dry goods into stale goods. Can of fruit cocktail. Fortunately, breakfast has not been served. The oven is full of gross, steamy swamp worms. Ew. Oh, I have this one. One of those old fridges that people sometimes got locked into accidentally and asphyxiated. Oh wait, that's still all fridges these days. Maybe that's why it's padlocked. The fridge is empty of both expired food and expired hide-and-seekers. You do find a key inexplicably frozen into a block of ice, though. Pepperidge Father's house, there are many drawers. I will fish in it. Shadow pickle. Shadow pickle? Fish in a sack. I fished up a fish from this sink. Handful of dirty water. A dire corn holder, a match, a fuse, and one of the padlocks. Oh, it wasn't even locked. Muscle plus... Wow, we're getting good items now. Okay, well I definitely gotta go melt the key in the bathtub. Dolphin padlock key cold. Oh wait, that's the keys used right there. Recovered padlock, mercury eye drops, styptic pencil. What does the pencil do again? Like boost something? Cure bleeding. I don't have the key for this yet. Okay. First room. The toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll's hiding elsewhere. A comfortable looking bed free of bloodstains or vaguely person-shaped lumps under the blanket. Check under the pillow. Dolphin shiny. Wardrobes were very important in old houses like this that didn't have built-in closets to keep skeletons in. Work pants, wire coat hanger. You relieve the furniture of its contents, none of which are skeletal unless you count the coat hanger. Physical armor. A shelf full of books about sports. The titles are all too boring for me to even tell you what they are. Nothing's hiding underneath the bed except dust. Where's the music box playing the music in there? Padlocked. Shiny key. The bedroom. Kind of gives me Luigi's Mansion vibes. Little jewelry box on this table. Turquoise earrings, old engagement ring, thunder ring. Makes it dangerous to be near you in combat. Okay, I think that's from West of Loathing. 30% of meat drops. Oh. Fancy nightstand. Junk mail battery. Dolphin padlock key disappointing. This bed looks inviting, but nobody seems to have accepted the invitation for quite some time. Cedar chest is locked and easily big enough to hide a skeleton in or even a whole body. Radium Rouge. Mysticality and Moxie. Oh, there we go. There's a potion that does doubles. I haven't found a shop yet anywhere in this swamp. I bet you can find some good stuff. This workbench is strewn with bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you find what looks like a miniature radio card from driftwood. A radio small enough to carry? Amazing! Maybe if you listen to it periodically, it'll warn you about any nearby monsters that are actually manifestations of your repressed traumas. Or maybe it'll just give you baseball scores. You hold the radio up to your ear. A boy voice asks, "Gee, Pop, where'd you get all that treasure? Is it a cursed pirate hoard stolen from the ruins of an ancient civilization?" "No, son, nothing like that. Just sound investments in perfectly normal and moral financial markets." Those voices so eerie. Anything else up here? You assume the dolphin was superstitious enough to not store any padlocks on the east side of his attic. That's how you get family curses, probably. Lots of boxes, but none of them say padlocks on them. You're not motivated enough to search. Motivated to search them otherwise. Who knows what grisly things you might find. So I gotta use this radio in every room. You hold the radio up to your ear. You hear a little girl's voice shouting, "Mom, Mom, a terrible ghoul stole the key to my nightstand." Woman replies, "Now, dear, don't call your brother Ralphie a terrible ghoul. He probably hid the key in the potted plant in the hallway like he always does." Oh, did he now? Oops. Oops. Can I not? Some dirt in a planter where presumably a plant in a planter once stood. Ah. She said it was a key to the nightstand? "Who stole my golden arm?" Then the boy's voice says, "Oh, come on, sis. Don't you know any other ghost stories? That's the only one you ever tell." Oh. There's a creepy music box inside the drawer. I've got more than half. Deal your moxie and spooky damage to all combatants. Okay. Okay. You hear a man's voice scolding angrily. "For goodness sakes, Agnes, you're obsessed. Obsessed with taping things to the back of paintings, just like your one-eyed Calpurnia dolphin. You probably die peacefully in your sleep, just like she did." Okay. Oh. Could this be one-eyed Aunt Calpurnia? Considering the eye patch and the fact that the painting is labeled Calpurnia Dolphin. Dolphin padlock sticky. A man's voice says, Ralphie, why on earth do you keep flushing this fish zester down the commode? Have you been possessed by some otherworldly or demonic force? No, Dad, I just thought it would be a funny place to hide it, comes the reply. Remember, Ralphie, says a woman's voice, you mustn't ever open the door to strangers. A boy's voice replies, okay, Mom, because it might be a kidnapper or a murderer, right? Oh, I'm sure that would never happen, but it might be a vacuum cleaner salesman, and we already have one. Okay, still can't open that. You hear a woman's voice saying, please be careful around the kitchen knives, Rebecca. They're very sharp. I keep them that way because, counterintuitive though it may be, dull knives actually cause more accidents. Yes, Mother, I understand, a little girl's voice replies. I have one key. Was there anything else locked on this floor? I already forgot. Ah. So there's that, which I don't have the key for. Maybe this is a key for the garage? Woman's voice says, Clarence, I'm so grateful that our family has never suffered from supernatural curses, serial murder, demonic corruption, or plague. I agree, dear. We certainly have been fortunate and doubtless will remain so. Woman's voice grasps, oh my, Clarence, why are you lying on the floor under your workbench? Are you alright? Were you attacked by a burglar or an axe murderer? Calm down, Agnes. I'm fine. I'm just practicing changing the oil in our car. Ah, and a handsaw. Muscle plus physical damage and causes bleeding. So I still need to find... Ah. A fine china helmet? You open the cabinet door and examine the stacks of fine bone china. Wait, bone china? Perhaps human bone china? Oh no, the brand mark on the bottom is a pretty well-known company, so probably not. Anyway, you find a really fancy hat. Plus 4 to magic... Ooh, okay. I still need one more key, though. Can I... Wait. Surely not. Okay, not. Then it has to be... I must have missed something here. Oh. And I didn't get a key up here. Did I? Although that does mention specifically the flooded treasure. What else have I not? Just do a sweep of all the rooms. Again, this is weird that I can investigate but do nothing. Let me double check the flooded basement one more time. Nothing there. I mean, I guess it would make sense that there's nothing related to puzzles here because you might not have the specific item you need. Like onto the carpet, maybe? Ah, wait. This is the bench that woman on the radio. There it is. Gotta check everything. I guess I should have been paying attention. She did mention specifically, oh, the guy's under the workbench. A perfumed wedding veil. This will come in handy if you ever decide to save money by getting married at the city dump. Well, I think that's all of them. He said 11, right? Here's a grizzly site. The carcass of some kind of swamp animal covered in huge ticks. Oh no, wait. Some of them are buzzing around in the air. Are they actually wasps? Well, it turns out both things can be true. They're tick wasps, which are notable for being the only insect that can stab you with both ends. That sounds horrible. Ugh. Everything got poisoned because we're in a swamp? No, it feels like there was a bit of a difficulty spike upon getting here. The enemies are a lot tougher. Wasp clasp, extra blood. That's an accessory, I assume. 9 to max HP, heal 20 HP. Wait, what does it say? Some of it is almost certainly yours. Hi, Pepperidge. I found your father's padlocks. Thank you so much. You didn't run into my grandmother by any chance, did you? What? No. Was she supposed to be there? No, that would have been slightly unusual if she had been, considering she died more than 30 years ago. Here's your padlocks. Marvelous. Once I've reaccustomed myself to standing on level ground, I'll be on my way. There's a big hobo camp near Ocean City you might be interested in. I can give you directions. Ah, excellent. I think we'll head that way now. Perhaps I'll see you there? Oh. Wait, he never taught me any hobo code, did he? There are rules to this. I don't need a paperclip. I haven't really done anything with them, have I? What? There's an old gravestone here. Pepperidge Dolphin. What the heck? Pepperidge Dolphin died 150 years ago? Then was that man in the boxcar goat? Hello again. Yeah. Did I startle you? Dreadfully sorry. Pepperidge, you're alive. Yes, what's that in question? This gravestone says, ah, I see. No, this is my great-grandfather's. I was named after him. I decided to bring it with me as another souvenir in addition to my father's padlock collection. Well, that makes sense. Sure. How's it going, Pepperidge? Well, quite well. It's a very nice little community they've got here. A marvelous first step on my new path as a world traveler. Nice, I hope that goes well for you. I'm quite certain my travels would be completely free of danger or violent misfortune. Let me ask you something. Any hobo code? I've learned some since my arrival. Yes, at least I can do after the help you've given me. Or at least I can do. Yeah, I'll write it down. He writes something down on a scrap of paper and hands it to you. I don't really understand this one. He takes the paper, rotates it about 30 degrees, and hands it back. Ah, got it. Something else? Actually, anything else to ask? Nothing else to ask. Sorry about that. It's quite alright. No need to apologize. You like me more yet, Mr. King? No, not yet. Okay. Gotta find more hobos. I wonder how many I've missed. I'm sure I have. Alright, let's go to the Frog Bog, I think. Now here's a sad sight. Old house, abandoned long ago to the swamp, half sunk in the wet muck that passes in these parts for roads. Might have been a family lived in the house at one time. Now you look at it, it's a shame is all. I'll go inside. Jeepers creepers, a bandit shot dead on the floor, right in the foyer. Must have come here looking for treasure. From the look of it, he wasn't the only one. Oh, the stink of death hangs heavy in this place, alright. Explore. Holy gosh, sitting room is littered with bodies. 3 more bandits and the entire defensive line of the Ocean City football team. Obvious what happened. Bandits and football players got sold the same line and buried treasures by some shifty rumor monger. Both groups came here searching for their fortune, ran into each other, and everyone got shot to pieces. Wherever that double dealer who sold him the tip is now, he'd better be smiling. Oh, he's here in the kitchen, also shot by a bandit and a linebacker, looks like. But he got him too, poor pathetic souls. Now the bedroom, the finish line. Here's who made it. Quarterback and the wide receiver. You figured they'd be on the same side, but they shot each other in the back simultaneously. There's nothing in here but a single jewelry box on a nightstand. Ain't that funny? All that death for a couple trinkets. Nothing rots a person like greed. Yoink! Jewelry case. Weep openly, continue where you were going. What a weird event. Turquoise bangle, amethyst armband, grindstone ring. Almost all your random encounters will be fights. Oh. Well then. But it's too good to be going first. What is this? The frogs are talking? Buddy. You clear your throat. There was a frog in it. Maybe don't use that joke when talking to the frogs, though. Hello, frogs. You're just the frogs again. Wait, are you saying you're humans, not frogs? Yes, right, Ribbit. Yes. Yes, Ribbit. Right. You think about what it would be like to be trapped in a frog's body. After a few seconds, you stop thinking about it because you don't like thinking about things that will fill you with harrowing existential angst. How did this happen? Ancient cave, quarry, curse. Curse, quarry. Statue, cave, curse, quarry. It's kind of hard to understand you with everybody talking all at once. Why are you all talking? Mind, all, mind, share. All, frogs, single, share, all, share, mind. All frogs share a single mind. Wow, that's incredible. This changes, Actually, you can't think of any significant consequences of what you've just learned. You try to remember the last time you interacted with a specific frog as an individual, and it was, that biology class. Probably best not to bring that up. What's that like for you? Awful, gross, hate it, awful, gross. Some way I can help? One of the larger frogs hops up to you and coughs loudly. A shiny green object flies out of its mouth and sinks into the water. You roll up your sleeve and plunge your hand into the nasty water. Your fingers find a hard object, which turns out to be, wow, shiny! You turn back to the frog. What should I do with this? A second frog approaches and belches up a soggy piece of paper. You decide to just look at it instead of touching it with your hand. It appears to be a shipping label from a nearby quarry. Hame Quarry. Well, I guess it wouldn't be eldritch horror without a quarry that someone dug too deep in. Yoop. As you're on the way to the quarry those talking frogs wanted you to go, you stop to consider how strange the situation you've gotten yourself into is. You're startled out of your reverie by the smell of smoke. You've stumbled upon a recently abandoned campsite. Maybe there's a clue to where Charles went? Another one of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way? Another Gatorman camp, alright, and there's 4 more wrenches here. A 332, a 63rd, 64th, a 127, 128th, and a 255, 256. Those aren't all real. Charles must carry one heck of a toolbox. The wrenches are laid out in the shape of an arrow pointing toward a nearby hill. From the top of the hill, you can see some sort of fort in the distance, apparently hammered together out of rusty scrap metal. That's gotta be where the Gatormen took him. You grab all the wrenches and combine them with the other ones he dropped to get a complete set. Oh, I guess that was a triumph. Is there nothing else here? Oh, wait on that. The shotgun-toting gator hunter hollers at you from behind the trees. You again! I told you to get! Didn't I give you enough money for the bus? Well, here. Gosh, thanks. There's a note on the door. Drive efficiently. Excess gas use will be deducted from your paycheck. This guy seems a bit, Hi there, Ribbit. This might seem like a strange question, but you know anything about a curse? Ribbit. Your attitude says no, but your everything else says yes. This hat trick is just like a cowboy. Intimidating Stetson. Ooh, a 2-stat hat. Okay, okay. Personnel files for everybody who works at or has ever worked at this quarry. You give the files a quick rifle through. They tend to be very thin. People who were hired and then quit real fast. There's only a handful of current records and they aren't very interesting. How about me? Well, you don't work here. I still don't really believe you worked at the gas station or that restaurant. Look me up. Fine, you flip through the folders and... Holy crap, there you are. Boss Zombie. What the heck? Yeah, I get around. That is weird. You find a key labeled Mess and a gun labeled Bess in 2 different drawers. Some papers and stuff, but none of it seems significant to you. Bess? Oh. A painting of a safe. Is that meant to be reverse psychology? You push the painting aside and find, surprise, a safe. Unfortunately, it's a key-type safe and you don't have the key. Not that a combination lock would have been much better, but you could have twiddled the dial and hoped to get lucky. Your assumption was correct. It's a bookshelf full of books. It's all books on management with titles like Shaking the Invisible Hand, You Deserve More, and How to Get Blood Out of the Turnips You Hired. The remains of a fancy meal with fancy condiments. This man doesn't look very happy to be a frog, or the other way around, or whatever. Hi there. Nice to see you. Look like a fancy guy. I guess you basically won the frog lottery, huh? This door is locked so the food won't escape, presumably. There we go. You leave the key on the nearby windowsill. From the looks of the crust on these dishes, the food here wasn't very good even before it spoiled. This range doesn't even have a gas line connected to it. I guess you could warm something up to room temperature. Table swarming with flies. It looks like these people got so hungry they started eating the cabinet doors. Last remaining door, a fuse and a battery. All that for just a fuse? I guess, and the battery? This is either a guy who thinks he's a frog, or the soul of a frog trapped in the body of a guy, or a really good method actor rehearsal of Toad Hall. Have you seen any cursed frog idols? He sticks his tongue out as flies buzz past and seems confused and disappointed by its length. Oh boy, okay, good luck. All the oil of this lamp has dried up. Huh, there's only one bed. The S on that bunks must have been a typo. Presumably these lockers are where the employees keep their personal possessions. That frog lady's watching and seems real agitated. Better leave her alone. This lady seems real nervous about something, although the way she's hopping around on the floor makes it difficult to judge her body language in a regular way. Hi, ma'am. Can you tell me, can you communicate to me in some way other than anything about a curse? Oh, jeez, please don't do that thing with your neck. Yeah, how is she doing that with her neck? Is she not going to do it now? Okay, well, she was definitely doing that weird frog throaty inflatey thingy. Oh, this guy's doing it too. Another one of the froggy men. If I asked you if you were a frog trapped in a man's body, would you have any way to answer that question that I would be able to understand? Guess I don't know what I was expecting. Oh. This frog person seems more cheerful to the situation than the others you've seen. Hey, don't touch that. Oh, talking, man, that's right. I'm a human man, not a frog at all. I have reason to believe there's actually a frog in a man's body somehow. Well, it's my body now, and I'm keeping it. I don't need any dry-skinned leg walkers coming in here, and holy hop, you've got the missing eye. This big emerald? Yeah, I was just noticing it looks like an awful lot like the other one. Okay, I absolutely need you to step away from that statue right hopping now. You don't want me to fix it? It's very important. It's an ancient idol of the frog god. When humans blasphemed against it by removing that eye, this particular human right here, I might add, they were cursed with the great croaking one's righteous fury. Oh, so that's why all the people here and the frogs in that bog nearby. Yeah, you guessed it. It's the old Freaky Friday routine. I don't know what that means. Forget about it. The point is, the humans did the crime, so now it's the frogs' time to shine. I put the eye back. If you put the eye back, it undoes the curse. Yeah. Oh, Hop, I maybe shouldn't have told you that. These frogs, people really want their bodies back. Well, so hopping what? Hop them. Jeez, man. Look, take your inherent pro-human bias into account and consider the justice of the situation, okay? These people come rolling in here with their machines and stuff, tear up our land, spill oil and gasoline everywhere. Then they find the ancient religious icon, and the first thing they do is try to loot it. These aren't good people, and they got what was coming to them. Well, what should I do? I'll tell you what you do. Take the other eye out of the statue. What? I don't want to be a frog. No, don't worry about that. It won't curse you. What it'll do is make the original curse permanent. No takebacks, no do-overs. That's justice, tadpole. Tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. You can keep the emeralds. Heck, I'll make a necklace for you. You like necklaces? I'm still getting used to having a neck myself. Well, I'll think about it. Lie. Well, considering that I haven't really figured out how to work these fists yet, I can't do much to stop you either way, but I'm warning you, if you put that eye back, you're going to find yourself on the wrong side of history, pal. Judging from the smell and thick cloud of flies, this is not a place for a good time. Let's not go back there unless you have a really good reason. Is there something else I need to do? Let's... This seems like one of those very important choice moments. Let me go back to the bog and... Ooh. And talk to the frogs, maybe? Ah. Oh. You look back, Barker's somehow gotten entangled in a clump of thorny, tough-looking vines. Oh, geez, hang on, buddy. With a growl, Barker starts chomping and tearing at the vines, and soon he extricates himself with a self-satisfied, not a facial expression, but, well, anyway. Nice job. You've really developed some strong teeth. I sure hope you aren't continuously mutating and evolving into some kind of monstrous beast that's going to become a problem in the future. And also that my saying that won't turn out to be some kind of ironic foreshadowing. Is there anything else? So, pull the other eye out, this becomes permanent. Put the other eye in. I want to talk about it some more. It seems rude to do these to those people. Don't take their side, they deserve what they got. They deserve to be turned into frogs? Hey, you say that like being a frog sucks or something. Well, come on. I take exception to that. It's specious. Being a frog ruled. Can you breathe through your skin? I didn't think so. How do you know the statue works? I just kind of know. It's like I can hear the frog god speaking to me through the idol. Sort of. Not exactly. It's hard to explain. Gosh, maybe you're the frog chosen one or something. Well, I'll try not to get a swelled head about it. Your head is bigger than your whole body was before, though. Yeah, good job. That was literally the joke I was making. Try to keep up, kid. Why don't you take the gem out yourself? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have fine motor control over this body yet. I can't even stand up straight without falling over. You're doing pretty well. The others can't even talk yet. Oh, really? Must be because I'm the frog chosen one. I mean, you might be. Kid, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Why do you want to be a human so much? Because it's exciting and new. Check out these thumbs. Are you kidding me? Some of the climbing type frogs have rudimentary thumbs, but not like these tadpoles. I'm gonna give so many thumbs up to people, it's gonna be great. You said being a frog ruled, though. Well, sure, but come on, you like... What's the thing human likes? Sandwiches? What's that? It's kind of food. You get some bread and... Okay, I don't need the recipe. Maybe later. The point is, you can't eat only sandwiches your whole life, right? You'd get bored. A frog gave me this emerald. How's that possible? Oh, that was probably me. I mean, him. Try that again? This human's mind in my frog body. I was hopping around in here when that happened. You were in this cave? It's kind of far from water. Yeah, but I've always been really drawn to this cave. Huh, maybe I am the frog chosen one. Kneel before me, human. Kneel. I'm just kidding. I've always been pretty devout, though. A particularly religious frog? Well, unlike we humans, frogs only have the one god. And there's only one game in town. You might as well play, right? Seems important. Look, kid, if you're trying to convince me to change my mind about this, well, it's not working. Shoot. If you want to try the argument again, be my guest. I haven't got anywhere else to be at the moment. I don't know that I've got any more points to make. Well, maybe if you make them in a different order, it'll help. It's the first time I've ever had an argument with anyone, so I'm still figuring it out myself. Oh, well, thank you for spelling it out, so... Oh. Maybe because you're more religious, wait. You're doing pretty well, the others can't even talk yet. Really? Wonder why that is. Maybe because you're more religious than the others? No, I mean, I'm as devout as hops, but the others aren't less devout. Frogs all share the same mind. Oh yeah, are you still connected to the others? No, I can't hear them thinking anymore, to be honest. It's nice to finally get a little peace and quiet. Why do you want to be a human? Well, except you can't really guarantee that because you don't share the same mind anymore. You don't know what they're thinking. Oh, look at you, all used to having hairs and being able to split them. It's true, though. I think the side deserve what they got. Deserve Return of the Frog. Okay. And now you want to wreck it even more. You're the super devout and religious frog, right? It doesn't make any sense that you wouldn't want to fix it. Well, sometimes you gotta break some eggs if you want to make a broken egg thing. Some kind of food or... Yeah, right. Look, what I'm hearing is... Oh, I got it. Look, what I'm hearing is you think all the humans should suffer for the actions of just one guy who did something that you want to make worse. And you don't even know how the other frogs feel about it. Well, that's... I mean, Alright, kid, I guess you got me dead to rights. Now, in that face, which isn't actually yours. Thing is... Though, your point being valid doesn't obligate me to change my mind. Oh. I'll tell you what. If you can prove to me that the other former frogs around here don't want to be humans, there's really only one human to blame for this blasphemy, then maybe we can work out a better solution to this. How do we do that? You're an adventurer, aren't you? Go wander around and poke at stuff and talk to people. That's your whole deal. The other frog people can't talk. Yeah, well, probably being next to the statue helped me develop faster, so maybe it would have helped them too. Let me see that emerald you've got. The emerald? He holds the emerald softly against the... He holds the emerald against the statue. Oh. Okay, yeah, this eye isn't glowing like the other one, see? Maybe it can be recharged. After a moment, it begins to glow softly. Nice. Okay, take this and see if it doesn't help you communicate with the others. I'll cool my heels here while you're gone. That's the thing you do with heels, right? Oh, right, I never introduced myself. I'm Boss Zombie. Oh, yeah, name's right. Name's right. Frogger Elding. Frogger Elding? Huh, do all frogs have frog in their name? Just like, no, frogs don't have names. One mine, remember? I just kind of found this name. In here. In this cave? This guy's head. Don't ask me to try to explain it. I don't get it either. Weird coincidence, though, right? Yeah. Can I go here yet? Nope. Alright, now talk to the frogs. Or frog people. How's being a human treating you? Do you have any water? Pour some water on me. Excuse me? My skin's too dry. I'm drying out. That's not really a problem for humans. I mean, I guess it's a smaller problem. You can get moisturizer cream for that. What are you talking about? I'm dying here. I'm pretty sure you can't die of dry skin. I won't be able to breathe. I'll shrivel up and die. That's not how... Water. If I were to ask if you're enjoying being a human... Never mind. How's it going? I'm so hungry I can't catch anything. Catch? This new tongue isn't nearly long enough. I see a fly go past and glack. He sticks his tongue out as far as he can. Nothing. Nothing. I'm starving. Have you tried using your hands? My hands? My hands are always touching the ground? That's the most unhygienic thing I've ever heard. Disgusting. So, would you say you're enjoying being a human? I'll put that down as a no. Hi. Don't eat me. Jeez, well, I'm not gonna eat you. No, sorry, you startled me. I thought you were a snake for a second. You don't really need to worry about snakes. I mean, okay, you should be careful of poisonous ones, but what are you talking about? Well, you're much bigger now. Sure, so just imagine how big the snakes must be. Giant snakes. Big enough to eat a frog my size in one bite. Excuse me. Can you imagine? Nowhere is safe. They'll smash down this shack like it was nothing. I'd better go. You're gonna give me nightmares. What was that weird sound? What sound? The sound I just made. There it is again. You mean talking? I guess? What's all these different noises? Normally I just go ribbit and everyone gets what I mean. Well, you're human now. It works differently for us. It's wildly inefficient and clumsy and confusing. I don't like this at all. Well, how do you like being a human apart from that? Even a basic ribbit sounds all weird and gross. I'll put you down as doesn't like it. And then it was the foreman guy, right? How are you feeling? What's going on? Where am I? What am I? Judging by your suit and office, you're in the body of a wealthy quarry owner. I don't know what that means. It's something to do with money. I suddenly want a lot of that, whatever it is. Around here, money is more specifically called meat. Meat, gotcha. Do you have any? Give me some. Sorry, no. I need that for purchasing goods and services. Is that what it's for? Huh. Are goods and services not just available for those that need them? Wow, I really don't have time to explain capitalism to you. Well, whatever. I don't need to understand how stuff works. I just need that sweet meat. It's kind of disturbing how quickly you've picked this up. Come on, man. I'm desperate. My meat number is going up at all. Help me out here. I'm going to back away now. Right, that's all the frogs. Unless I have to go talk to the... There was none in the mess hall. Unless I have to go talk to the humans that became frogs. Talked to all the frogs. What about the human side of things? I haven't really investigated the conditions of the quarry yet. Well, rather than have you explain things piecemeal, let's keep it simple and save the explanations till you've finished. Ah. Monster Shack. You take a wrong turn, and instead of ending up where you wanted to be, you end up at the Monster Shack. You know it's the Monster Shack because of the big sign that says Monster Shack. Fair enough. Wait. He said I had to go to explain. What? You see a plume of smoke coming from behind a nearby clump of trees and brush, and as you draw near, the sounds of ragged cackling and giggling can be heard. Oh, could it be a coven of real swamp witches? Sadly, no. What you do find is possibly even weirder. A gang of scraggly-looking swamp hillbilly vampires sitting at a ratty old still. Oh, hi, you fellas cooking up a batch of corn? Nope, rats. Ew, of course, now that you're here, a whole other recipe comes to mind. I'm pretty sure you can't actually make booze out of blood. It wouldn't ferment. Why not? Blood sugar's a real thing. Yes, but I'd have to be so diabetic, I'd sweat pancake syrup. Look, maybe I can set you up with some more appropriate ingredients. A few quick mathematical calculations later, you've opened a portal to the fruits and vegetables dimension and retrieved a bushel of custom bright red ears of corn. There you go, blood corn. I made it by crossbreeding regular corn with blood oranges. Well, heck, I reckon that solves our problem nicely. Thanks, fella. So what are these? Are you gonna use it? Okay. So what did he say? Talk to all the frogs. What about the human side of things? I haven't really investigated the conditions at the quarry yet. Okay, well, investigate the conditions at the quarry. So I have to, like, actually look in the rooms and stuff? Can I, like, open this yet? Is it okay if I look in these letters? No, don't. What is the giant tutara in there? I don't know what that is. It's a type of frog-eating lizard from New Zealand. Well, if through some sort of hilarious coincidence or misadventure there does happen to be one in there, it'll get me first. You can run away. Okay. There's actually not much in the way of personal possessions in here. Ragged clothes, some cracked and dented hard hats, a few family photos taped inside of the doors, and a note that says, taping photographs on the inside of the locker doors is a violation of protocol and will be noted on your record. Management. An institutional metal bed frame and the thinnest mattress you've ever seen. The sheets are all tattered too, although they look like someone's doing their best to keep them clean. The note on the headboard. Whoever's doing it, please take your boots off when it's your turn to use the bed, no matter how tired you are. Oh, so now I need to learn that things here were really shitty? Clearly the employees weren't being fed very well, or possibly at all. Maybe that's why there weren't very many. Maybe they ate each other. A bunch of paper stuff if you want to look through them. 3 things you find of interest are a yacht catalog, a telegram, and receipt from the Pinkertons. Catalog? There's a picture of a particularly fancy yacht that's been circled in red ink. The price is listed as 200,000 meat. Good grief. You'd have to grind a whole lot of random encounters to see that kind of money. Telegram? Dear sir, prepared to offer 250,000 for each emerald. Oh, dear sir, prepared to offer 250,000 for each emerald of cut color and clarity described. Please telephone to arrange visit and inspection by our expert. Regards, Seymour Hartier. 500,000, jeez. That would buy a whole lot of gumballs. It's got the fancy Pinkertons National Detective Agency logo at the top, and the charge listed as 500 meat for services rendered on July 6th of last year. Well, that tears it. The guy running this place was absolutely horrible. Yeah, aren't the Pinkertons, like, kind of shitty? Like, they're, like, almost mercenaries? A lot of incidents of work is being written up for complaining, also a lot of injury reports, and wow, the salaries listed are pathetic, nearly to the point of being criminal. You also find a handwritten letter from one of the workers, formally requesting that the crew be issued new hard hats, scrawled across the bottom. On the other hand is the comment, huh, what do you think, I'm made of money? You haven't seen a key for the safe around, have you? Key? Is that what this tiny pointy brass doohickey in my leg skin hole is? Pocket. That's called a pocket. And yeah, probably. Can I have it? That depends on how much meat you're gonna give me. I'll give you a million meat. I'll give you 50 meat. For 50 you can rent the key for 1 minute. Sure, whatever, it's a deal. You hand over the meat and the frogman lends you his brass key. Look at all this meat! I'm gonna use it to get more meat and then use that meat to get more meat. It's important in its own right. It's important in its own right as a way to keep score against other people who have a lot of meat. Okay, let's not get too unsubtle here. You unlock the safe, return the key, and find a bunch of tins of fancy expensive caviar. Is there a different kind? Rich in foie. It doesn't actually say caviar, it says Boulats de Poisson sale. But the picture on the side of the tin looks like caviar. There's a lot of that in that safe. The foreman must really be into the finer things in life, where finer is defined as expensive. So I'm guessing that must be it, right? There's nothing... Oh, maybe the truck? Drive efficiently, excessive gas... Okay. The caviar is a quest item? I'm done investigating. What'd you find out? Well, all the frogs either hate their new human bodies or they're being driven crazy by them. They're all having a really terrible time. Oh, geez, really? Well, that stinks. I like those guys. On the human side, it's clear that everyone working here was super miserable except the foreman, who's keeping all the profits for himself while he paid the workers basically nothing and spent even less than that on maintaining the place. Also, he's planning on selling those emeralds. I can basically guarantee you that the foreman forced the guy you're wearing to take the eye. That sounds pretty conclusive. So what now? I guess you'd better go ahead and change everyone back. It's gonna suck to go back to being a frog after tasting the sweet human freedom, but the other frogs hate this, and the humans don't deserve it. So go ahead and put the emerald eye back in the idol. Might be another option. What do you mean? Well, we've got one frog who wants to be a human, and one human who sucks and should probably get some justice, right? Oh, huh. Swap me into the foreman's body and change everyone else back? Yeah, can we do that? Is that a thing? Let's see. If the swaps really were a proximity sort of thing, then if we got... But, Okay, yeah, I think it might be doable. No guarantees, but hey, when are there ever guarantees, am I right? What's your plan? First thing we need to do, and by we you mean me, naturally, is get the foreman's body and my frog body down here next to the idol. How do I do that? Well, how do you humans generally get people to do things you want them to do? Bribery? I was gonna say ask nicely, but when you think about it, a bribe is the ultimate form of asking nicely. I'm on it. This is kind of a nice middle ground solution. So this is the foreman's body. Hey, can I get you to follow me for a minute? There's something I need to show you. I don't have time to do things a poor person does. The only place I'm going is to the top. Please, it's important. The only thing important to me is M-U-N... Wait, how do you spell money? With an O. M-O-N-N-E-Y. Maybe I can make it worth your while? Oh yes, are you going to give me more meat? I must warn you, now that I've established myself as a human of wealth, my price has increased drastically. How much? 12 billion meat. That isn't a real number. Numbers go on forever. You don't know them all. How about this tin of fancy caviar? What's that? Fish eggs. Ugh. That sounds like something a frog would eat, and I am a human person. No. This is a food specifically liked by rich human people. You can tell because the label's in French, see? Something about the juxtaposition of the words food and French makes me deeply uncomfortable. No, thank you. You shrug and put the caviar back in the safe. You aren't feeling either hoity or toity enough to eat it yourself. I'll go look for something else. What would he want? Oh wait, do I need to do... Is this a trade sequence? You wanted food. Never mind. What is it? Okay, let's go get the frog body at least. I know how to do that. Okay, Frustrulent Gulch, or whatever it's called. You look around but can't tell which frog is the one you're looking for. Hey, is anyone here named Roger Fielding? I'm looking for a man named Roger Fielding whose mind is trapped inside the body of a frog and I cannot believe what my life has become. A frog comes up to you. Ribbit. Hi there. Hi, are you Roger? I sure hope that means yes. Listen, I am this close to fixing this whole mess. I just need you to come back to that idol with me. Lead Roger back to the cave. I don't know how to get the frog foreman down here. What have you tried? He's really adapting fast to the foreman's mindset, so I tried bribing him with some food like the foreman liked. Didn't work, though. That's a good thing. He was probably still mostly a frog at heart. Have you looked around everywhere? Those flies over there on the left seem promising. Oh, I can go in here now. Oh. These flies are large and aggressive. That's 2 understatements for the price of 1. Holy cow, those are some big scary flies. Oh, but they do not have a lot of health. So what is the caviar for then? You won! No unusually large flies on you. This giant pile of squirming maggots. Also a squirming pile of giant maggots. You pick up one of the huge nasty wiggling grubs. A huge maggot. Imagine something about the size and shape of a sweet potato except white, sticky, and wiggling. Ugh. Wait, is the back way out of it? What? Wait. How does that work? Oh. I can just leave. Ugh, I don't like that room. It makes my brain itch. I enjoy that you're begging, but I require a more substantial incentive. Well, how about this big juicy maggot? This is also frog food. I'm a human, a wealthy human, but look how fat and meaty it is. When did you ever see a maggot this size? Only the truly wealthy could afford to eat such an enormous maggot. It does look pretty good. I mean, I'd have eaten it myself already, but since I'm poor, I didn't think I deserved it. But if you don't want it, you move the maggot towards your mouth, slowly down considerably as you get closer. It writhes in your hand like a weasel trapped in a wet rubber bag. No, stop! I won't allow it. You're quite right. This maggot is a feast only for those who could truly appreciate it. Hand it over immediately. Come with me to a cave in the quarry, and I'll give it to you when we get there. Very well, if you insist. You lead the frog man to the idol in the cave, give him the maggot, and convince him to stay there for a while with promises of more maggots later. Okay. Looks like you have both of them. Nice work. Are you sure that's the right frog? As sure as I can be. It's not like they have name tags. What's next? Here's my plan. You put the emerald back in the statue, undoing the curse. The foreman and I both sat back into our original bodies. The foreman sees the emeralds, and because he's a greedy hopper, he grabs one, reactivating the curse. While he does that, I jump onto his head, ensuring that I'm the nearest frog to him when the switch happens. Okay. I only see one thing wrong with this plan. What's that? I don't want to be a frog. When he reactivates the curse, it'll switch everybody. Nothing is actually fixed by this. Yeah, that's the other part of the plan. See, I think we can avoid that. You think? Because I'm a devout worshipper of the frog god, and all the frogs share one mind. So if the whole frog mind prays to the frog god to only curse this one jerk who's stealing the eye from the statue, hopefully the frog god will listen. Hopefully. Look, if you got a better plan, I'm all ears. Well, just the 2 ears. But that's more than I used to have. Okay. Return the missing eye. In the interest of full disclosure, I should point out that this is a one-way decision. If you mess with the idol, you won't be able to change your mind afterwards, so don't mess this up. You socket the missing emerald back into the statue. Both his eyes flash with a brilliant green light and then dim again. What the blazes? Ah, jeez. My brain feels all slimy and weird. Fielding, didn't I tell you to get me these emeralds? I thought I... Forget it. Clearly, if I want something done around here, I have to do it myself. As the foreman grabs the emerald and twists it, you see the frog jump onto his head and close its eyes real tight. The frog god's emerald eyes flash a bright, almost blinding green light. There, did it work? Did what work, boss? You check your hands. They are, thankfully, your regular human hands. Yeah, it worked. Yes. Take the other eye. Take the other emerald. You pop the other emerald out of its socket. The frog god's eyes flare again and then go dark this time for good. Ribbit? Oh, it has a mustache. What the heck is going on here? I'll explain later. What's going on here is you get a raise and a week's vacation. All the workers get a raise and a week's vacation. Are you feeling okay, boss? It's going to take a lot of explaining. Thanks for all your help, kid. Boss, I should say. You did good. Oh, no problem, Frogger, or whatever your name is now. Unfortunately, I gotta ask you for that emerald back. I'm gonna need to sell those things to get this place up to code, and clean up the ecological damage, and pay the workers' real salaries, and so on. Shucks, well, okay. Here, maybe take this frog with you? Maybe you can teach him not to be such a hopwad? Ribbit? You got an item, Mr. Haim, the greedy frog? He's a familiar? Wait. I'm pressing every button that's not the button I need. Oh, steals meat from your enemies. Oh no. Roger looks tired and confused. That probably won't change soon. Do you know the phrase, meet the new boss, same as the old boss? This is sort of the opposite of that. Help me out there. Help me out here. I was a frog until just a minute ago. Yeah, and the frog that was keeping your body warm for you is now driving the foreman around. I think you'll like him. He's a real decent guy. Okay. You might have to teach him some real unexpected things, though. Frogger gives you a big thumbs up. Takes him a couple tries. And looks puzzled and tired. Everything alright? What's going on? I heard there's a new foreman? Well, in a sense, yeah, at any rate, things should run a lot more equitably around here from now on. I think I had some kind of weird dream. I feel all groggy. Close. Very close. How's it going? My mouth feels weird, but other than that, everything's normal, I guess. Is it true we've got a new foreman? Yep, that's a fact. Well, sort of, in a sense. As long as we can get some decent food around here, I'll be satisfied. I don't think that'll be a problem, except that you might have to be real specific about what decent food means. What? Well, you'll see. Everything okay? I heard Mr. Haim had some sort of change of heart. Is it true? I don't know about his heart, but you could say he changed his mind. That's wonderful news. Do you think he'd buy me a new mop? Mine only has a stick left. Wow, if your expectations are that low, you're gonna have a real surprise. A bucket? Oh, these poor people. Hey, guy, you got the same eyes as me. This guy has a look of someone who is trying desperately to stay awake and has been doing so for way too long. I'll be fine if I can just get some sleep instead of working 4 shifts. I heard the foreman declared a holiday. Do you think he'll give me a few hours off? In fact, I heard him say everyone gets a whole week off. Oh, thank God. I'm so tired I could sleep on a granite block, like that one right there, which is where I have actually been sleeping on alternate Sundays. Wow. Okay, I guess. Let's go check out what the frogs have to say, and that'll be it. In a gloomy grove of sunken cypress trees, a well-muscled woman stands waist-deep in the opaque bog. Her hands rest on the pommel of a sword, its blade lodged in the muck. It catches your eye because it's not the type of thing you tend to see on the East Coast. What sword is that? This is the blade of your great-aunt. Many moons ago, it was entrusted to my family for safekeeping. Now it is yours to reclaim for a cost. What great-aunt? Have you forgotten your lineage, boy? Time was every tavern and meeting house kept a place by the fire for Hilda's zombie. Why do I have to pay for my family's sword? The security guaranteed by my family is unique and comes with a great price. Your great-aunt knew this. It is why she placed the blade in our care. What's the cost? In time I shall ask you of you a boon, and you shall be obliged to grant it. Sure, I can do a boon. Let's have the sword. What? The sword has a satisfying heft. You can see why your great-aunt liked it so much, but with it comes something quite unsatisfying, something that makes you feel almost queasy, a little bit cursed. Swamp geese? What's this? It's simple magic binding you to your oath until such time that as I have need of your service. On that day, I will find you. Can't we just do the boon thing now? But she's gone, slipped away into the dark waters of the swamp. Better be a good sword. It's a great sword. Better be a good great sword. What did I just get? Hey, just checking to make sure everything worked out right. All of you frogs are just ordinary frogs now, right? Well, they're all saying just ribbit, so I'm guessing we're fine. Oh no, that's terrible. Well, hopefully I can just wander a bit and get rid of that, but... Well, that's it for now, though. So, we continue. This place is... There's so much to explore in this swamp. But we'll continue in the next episode. So, thanks for joining me. I'm back. I'll have the next stuff up real soon. But until then, bye.